it's been probably 13, 14 years since I've had an opportunity to get up and hunt this part of the world. We didn't hunt this morning. This is actually opening morning for Kansas muzzleloader. When it's this hot, we've seen it time and time again in our travels that, you're busting deer out a lot of times when you go into some of the stands and the hunting areas, and that'll change their pattern. If you can leave them alone, let them, do what they want to do and come back in here in the night, and there could be deer bedded all through this area. There's lots of agriculture, lots of soybeans and milo fields. There's actually a food plot behind us that we're kind of hoping that the deer are going to work to, and we're not actually set up facing that food plot because we feel like those bigger mature deer are going to be the last ones to come in. So we're going to try to get them before they get there into the feeding area right there where they're at, and hopefully that strategy will be sound and good for us. We've done like we like to do a lot of times, which is just kind of improvise a ground blind, cut some cedar, deadfalls, hunting next to water. I love to hunt by water because I like to fish too, and so we just got really kind of a cool backdrop in this area that we're hunting, and we'll kind of expand on it more as the show goes on. But hopefully we'll get fortunate and we'll see some good deer tonight. Doe way out across that field coming out of them cedars. You can see her wagging her tail starting to run right now. That's a good 500-600 yards away, probably more. We've seen a couple of does already just do the same thing.
Once the blind, was pretty completed, Jeff and I, we got locked down, we got set in. We pretty much in our mind, now anything can happen at any time. You never know when a deer's gonna get up, get bumped, come running by you, but we pretty much knew we had about a 3-hour wait to get the shadows into the field and get some deer moving. But sure enough, we started actually seeing some deer 600, 700, 800 yards to our southeast, moving towards that milo field very early, and a couple of pretty big bodied deer. Step out from one of those cedar trees where he's been sleeping, turn his head, start shaking, and then your whole body turns inside and out and you start shaking. We got a
buck over here in the distance, kind of going towards that Milo field also, where we saw those other deer earlier. It's about 7:40 now. Legal shooting time, I believe today is at 8:10, so we still got the really good time of the day. That's a pretty good deer over there. I'm still how good it's a long way away.
Now, as the afternoon started to fade for Wade and Jeff, the deer activity in a once quiet field suddenly exploded.
He's done. Give me a second. That was intense. I mean, I don't know where all these deer came from. I mean, it was just like a flood of deer showed up. They were just everywhere at the last minute. Golly. I mean, they just came from everywhere, all over the place. Deer here, deer there, deer just at every angle. They came at that pond, they came across here, they came here. I mean, I shot that deer like 35 yards. I mean, he came crashing through all that brush. Wow, that was pretty intense right there. Kansas muzzleloader. First night, big deer down. Let's go look at him. He looks pretty freaking big from here. Oh my God. I'm kind of shook up a little bit right here. Don't even know what to say. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. What a deer. I mean, at late evening, you know, as you would expect, these deer get up, come out of these bottoms here, and start coming across. And you know, this entire flat right here just came alive with deer coming out of it. And we don't even know how many bucks we saw here at the last few minutes. Look at the tines on that. He just came out, and 2 or 3 others. There was an 8-point down here at the water getting a drink, and they were like literally running over us there at the end. And you know, the footage isn't going to do it justice because there were so many of them and we couldn't move. But as this guy here started coming up, there's 2 of them. I just haven't been happy with either one of them. And they got down there on that pond and they started mixing around. One was taller than this one here, and I could see this extra tine right here, and I actually thought the tine was right here on his main beam. And he got between me and Jeff to where Jeff had no shot. He had to make a move behind us to get into position. I mean, he's just staring under that tree. The doe was the other buck that came up there. He picked us off, and then this went down. Golly! And I mean, that TC impact put him on the ground right there in his tracks. What a deer! That's probably the heaviest deer I've ever shot.
I cannot believe
Look at this palmated right there. Golly.
When you watch this all back, and I've watched it a bunch already, I mean, it's so cool to see the big view and the little view of it, with the deer coming in and running and other deer scooting out and going different directions, and the big deer passing up that giant 8-point that had been at the pond, and he's looking around like, what's going on? And then the vision of that big 9-point under that tree, just broadside staring at me. I don't think there's any way I can ever forget that sight. I mean, it is just a phenomenal sight. And then you pull the trigger and all the smoke from the muzzleloader, and they just envelops you and goes all around you. And you think, man, at that moment, how cool it was to draw a tag in Kansas and have this experience and see all this go down, and just a phenomenal hunt.
Congratulations, Wade, on your Kansas muzzleloader entry into the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries. If you'd like to learn more about Thompson Center muzzleloaders, visit their website at tcarms.com.